YouTuber formerly known as Master Boy 666, the Omega, the symbol, the performer. Welcome to the channel. So we got another reaction video for today. This is from the Gamer 2323. Shout outs to you. You know what I'm saying? This video caught my eye and I want to do a reaction to it. No one sent me this. This is me on my own accord because it's interesting, you know. And the title of this video that got me interested is "The content creation game has gotten scary." Yeah, I mean, YouTube content creation is oversaturated. You know, it's trendy. If you ain't doing anything that's, you know, that's trending at the moment when it comes down to content creation on YouTube, I mean, you might get little to no views. You know, I mean, I do that, and then I do the stuff that I want to do. Then again, I don't really take, you know, YouTube seriously like I used to. You know what I'm saying? Especially this channel here is like my 10th channel, and we almost at almost 20K subscribers. You know, I dig that, but you know, it's all entertainment for me. You know, so all, you know, the stuff that I want to talk about on here and all that is just, if it lands, it lands. If it don't, it don't. You know, I have other channels that I'm making money off of, and it's really about money. You know, that's why, you know, most people are doing it now. Remember back in the days when I started, you know, 2006, you know, doing AMVs. I used to do anime music videos. I already upload my favorite anime fights from Dragon Ball Z to Yu Yu Hakusho. But then I say officially when I started making my own content was in 2007 when I was doing Mugen videos. But yeah, we're gonna see what he's talking about here. So let's just get right into it.
I have been wanting to record this video for quite some months now, but I keep on like putting it off. I'm just like, bro, just record it now while I got like the motivation for it and the energy for it. So that's why I'm recording it right now. And also, pardon me if I like make like pauses during certain points. I'm recovering from like an ear infection, and it's just kind of weird talking at some points and like hearing a slight echo of my own voice in my head. So excuse me for that. Content creation was never supposed to be like this. It was never supposed to be like this. Like, I remember starting out on YouTube back in like late 2008, 2009. This junk was something like you did for fun. Like, it was kind of like an awkward thing to do at that point. If my friends found out back in those days how I was doing like YouTube and uploading vids of myself on the internet, they was like, you're it was like corny, like almost, or cringy.
I never got that when I started doing YouTube. Even back in those days, the MySpace era, like Black Planet era. I've been on YouTube, like I said earlier. I've been on YouTube since the beginning, and I be telling my peers like what I do. You know what I'm saying? That people thought it was cool because we would do like, you know, I know one guy, I knew one classmate, you know, back in the day, you know, he used to do his old Halo videos and upload them on YouTube and stuff. I never got with anybody and said that YouTube uploads were corny, or doing YouTube is corny. I guess it's different in different territories. You know what I'm saying? How people think about, you know, how doing YouTube content is. But yeah, let's ride out.
Used to be this like fun, awkward thing that you would do, you know, people just sitting in their house, just recording them talk about whatever their interests in games or makeup or music, whatever. Now today, there is such a different vibe and culture when it comes to content creation and streaming as well, which I'm gonna get into. It's just very different with content creation today. The level of competition you feel, the level of insecurity that even comes with this junk, the level of constantly comparing yourself to others, of them doing the same stuff that you're doing, that comes with this junk. You feel like you gotta post something every day or every other day just to remain relevant. Now you never know who genuinely rocks with you versus who's just trying to use you to get to a higher point in whatever they're trying to do. Like, I wanted to talk about streaming in particular because streaming is something that I have been contemplating. Yo, how much longer can I do this junk? Seriously, how much longer can I do this?
No, streaming is a different ball game. You know what I'm saying? I was talking about YouTube and but streaming, man, that's another oversaturated, market there. You know what I'm saying? But streaming is the wave right now. Like I was saying, I'm gonna do a video about streamers and people that stream are the new rock stars now. They the new rock stars. They're not worried about. People are not worried about what's on television nowadays. People are worried about what Kai Cenat and iShowSpeed is doing. You know what I'm saying? That's the reality TV that we're heading. And I'm seeing a lot of, handful of celebrities that are mainstream. They want to do streaming as well, or some type of, content creation too. And they trying to get into that streaming bad or make a podcast, doing content creation on that. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy if you want to get into that field, man. Because everybody's doing the same thing. And you got to really do something really outrageous to get views. I'm not doing that. But yeah, that's right.
Streaming is getting to a place for me personally to where some of the fun is being taken out of it, and you feel this pressure all of a sudden, you have to be doing more. And I don't want to get this misconstrued with, people not wanting to improve their streams or competition is bad. Competition is a great thing. However, the meta for, I guess, what is now deemed as top stream content or the most popular stream content out there, it has changed. And it's changed because of people like Kai Cenat and Speed and, Aiden Ross. And you have celebrities now that stream that have came to the streaming space and now they stream. Now you legit feel like you're competing against multi-millionaires that got all this money and all these resources, and they can bring in their celebrity friends on their stream, and here you are in your crusty, dusty ass room saying, all right, guys, we about to boot up some we're about to boot up Fortnite or freaking Valorant or whatever, and you kind of are fighting this mental battle of yo,
that's when the clout chasing comes in. Everybody, especially this past, where I've seen clips on Twitter about this streamer university that just took place, man. Look, y'all better take advantage of that. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, because I don't know if it ended or not, but yo, for the guys that are small streamers, please take advantage of that. Even though from the outside looking in, I'm seeing some different clips. It was some ignorant stuff going on in that university. But yeah, I would make it worthwhile if I was there. I would be a professor, to be honest with you. But then again, I don't even stream like that. I want to. It's just a simple fact. I got other things going on. I like doing, content creation on YouTube a little bit more than the streaming, on Twitch or Kick. But I do it. I'm not consistent at it. I've been off and on for about 3 or 4 years, but yeah, it just don't get to me like that, like most people, because people feel like they got to show out and buffoon, suck and jive, and do all this extra stuff for shock value to get views. It's kind of sad when you think about it, because there's other contents you probably did for people to watch and nobody's watching it, because it could be something important to you, educational, or something that people should know. But as soon as you act a fool on the stream, you get subs and gift subs and all that stuff. It's just crazy. But let's ride out.
I mean, this is what we're supposed to be doing on Twitch, right? Just sitting down and talking to chat and playing games. I've seen recently, with with the Kai's a whole streamer university thing that he did recently, to where he's bringing in all these different streamers. He got like professors that are gonna I guess teach them, and then like other people he brought in. I have seen
great minds think alike, I guess.
Crash the F out over not making Kai's streamer university list. I've seen streamers crash out. I've seen streamers literally cry on camera about this junk. And I'm like, yo, this junk has gotten real. This junk has gotten real, bro. People are thirsty for an opportunity to make it on these platforms right now. People are willing to do anything to get some type of traction, get some type of clout on these platforms right now. And I thought it was going to be for like a month. I found out this junk is only for like a weekend, like 3 days, like it's 2 or 3 days. And suckers think that if they get on this junk, it's going to change their whole damn livelihood or something.
Now maybe for 2.
Hold up. Just for the weekend? So it ended yesterday? Man, I'm thinking like they gonna be in there for like a good minute, bro. Like I said, I don't even pay attention to Kai Cenat and all these other streamers' content like that. I do see clips because people be clip farming on Twitter and posting them and stuff like that. But just the weekend? That's it. I don't even think that's really enough time for my taste. See, I'm glad that I had my fun. I had my peak when it came down to content creation back in the day on YouTube, and I'm older now. I'm a fossil at this point, and I just don't really care for the fame like that. I do what I can. I make content for fun and for you guys to enjoy and have a discussion about certain things that we need to talk about and address and do a variety of videos. But it's just like, if it happens, it happens. If it don't, it don't. I'm not gonna trip about it. But yeah, we're gonna continue. Let's ride out.
3, 4 people, maybe.
Who knows? Maybe. I hope. I truly hope it does. But all the suckers that get on this, I don't know if it's a show or a stream, whatever, you cannot think like just because you make it into this thing, your Twitch career is just about to blow up. It's just about to blow up, and all of a sudden you are going from getting 1 or 2 viewers and plus Mubot. And then all of a sudden, you getting 1,000, 2,000, 50,000 plus viewers just because you made it into Kai Cenat streamer. It's crazy.
Hey, you never know, because Kai and all those big streams might help that small streamer out. Might vouch for him. Might plug the stream he or she's. You don't know that. Sometimes that can happen. That can happen. Like, wow, I'm getting a lot of subs thanks to such and such. This streamer, that streamer, Kai, Speed, XQC, whoever. You just never know. Yeah, let's ride out.
Like,
competitive, and how like desperate people have gotten to make it with this content creation stuff. Like, all of the people that are trying to get into this junk now, I've talked to so many people that are trying to get into YouTube or trying to get into Twitch, whatever, and they ask me for advice, and I'm like, bro, I know I've been doing this junk for a long time, but it's not like I'm like mega successful at this junk. I'm grateful for what I built, but I don't have all the answers to this junk. I am literally a guy that almost had virtually, I mean, of course, some people have helped me along the way, but I don't do a lot of collabs. Like, I could probably count on maybe 1 or 2 hands the amount of collabs I've done in 16 plus years of doing this junk. I don't do a lot of collabs. So when people ask me for advice, I'm like, listen, bro, I'm not, sometimes I feel like I'm not qualified to even I mean, I know stuff, but sometimes I feel like I'm not qualified to give advice because I didn't really follow what other people do, and maybe that was a little bit to my detriment. But it's kind of just the way that I roll. You know, you constantly have to have in your head like, yo, does this person actually like genuinely rock with me, or are they just trying to use me to get to, you know, the next, you know, step of their content creation career? And I've dealt with so many people that, you know, you think that they're cool with you, and then you find out they talking trash behind your back, but then when you around, they freaking smiling in your face like, hey gamer, F you, die. Like, seriously. So it's like, it's there is a lot that comes with this junk. And I feel like the people that are getting into this junk now, if you don't realize that in 6 months, in 12 months, in 2 years, 3, 4, 5, 6, sometimes, bro, this junk takes a decade plus for you to be able to like really build some traction and start doing some stuff. I be seeing so many people come into this junk and they just think in a few months, like if they don't have a certain amount of follows, they failed. Bro, you competing with literally the whole world now. Everybody got a damn phone now, making content from their car, just eating, you know, in their freaking cars, or ranting, crying about something. You literally competing with the whole world now. So if you think
You about to get on you.
Yeah, I mean, he's speaking facts, man. I look at the competition and see what was going on and see if I can, like, you know, swerve my way into it and dive into whatever, you know, is hot, and see if it sticks. I mean, y'all see it. Y'all see it on this channel, you know what I'm saying? But I want to talk about it, though, you know. Certain things that, you know, that I get on my recommendations, I want to talk about it, especially this video right here. You know, the content creation game, you know, again, is oversaturated. You got to look at what's talked about and see if it interests you, if you want to talk about it in your videos. You know, hate it have to be this way, but it is what it is. See, me, I ain't really like taking it serious. I'm just doing it for my own entertainment and for y'all to, if y'all enjoy it or not. So let's ride out.
To a Twitch,
TikTok, Twitter, whatever, and you just about to make something pop in a few months, a year, 2, 3 years even, baby, you got the game twisted. You got the game twisted. And I see so many new content creators crash the F out if they feel like they're not where they should be in a few months or a year. And I just kind of be laughing in my head because I'm like, nigga, hey, I'm speaking some real stuff. I'll be like, bro, I literally sacrificed my whole damn life just to get what I got. And you like, and you said, oh, it's not fair. I can't get this, or I can't, bro.
you literally.
I admit, 2012 was a rough year for me, man. It was the drought. 2012, man, when that YouTube started changing their guidelines and stuff like that, it went downhill for me. I ain't gonna lie. And I started to feel away, you know what I'm saying? Like what he was saying here. Man, my channel ain't going nowhere when I had my original channel. Well, I still do got my original channel, but yeah, man, be like that. But listen, guys, don't give up. Something gonna land, and if you do go viral with that video, that land that you made, capitalize on it and quit. Do work. Let's ride out.
Have to almost have like an
obsessive obsession with not having a life to make this junk happen. You almost have to have like this undying flame of passion, a true passion to actually make this junk work. And the fact of the matter is, a lot of these suckers don't really got that passion. They just see, we all know how much money you can make on the internet now. If you make this junk pop on the internet, on YouTube, TikTok, Twitch, Kick, whatever. Everyone knows how much money you can make if you are successful at this junk. And I feel like that's why it is so oversaturated now. People are getting into this junk for the wrong thing. They're getting into it like, yo, if I could make this junk pop and this could be my little side hustle. Like, man, I could do this. I could do that, bro. If you are getting into this junk for the money, even if after now, of course, would you like to make money doing this junk? Of course, I'm not saying that you should not, want to make money, or you should not want to get views. I'm not saying, of course, that is like something that you would hope would happen. But if that is the main motivation, if that is your driving factor of why you even started doing this, you might as well pack up your bags, take your crusty behind back to your 9-to-5 job, and just like, because that, you are not going to last doing this junk long if that's why you got into it. Because honestly, and this is a tough pill to swallow, not everybody is going to be successful at content creation. That's just a fact. Everybody can't be mega successful at doing this junk. Hell, everybody can't be successful, period, doing this junk. If everybody was successful at doing the same thing in the world, then there wouldn't be all these different jobs. Everybody cannot get on camera and make people like them, period. That don't mean that there's something wrong with you, though. It's just, for some people, they're able to connect with people more easier than others, and they're able to make their content more entertaining than others. But it doesn't necessarily mean that something is wrong with your content. For some reason, you're just not connecting with people like other people. And I feel like a lot of people just cannot accept that sometimes. And it is a tough pill to swallow, because sometimes you can truly feel like you're doing everything right. You like your content is actually good, or your streams are actually good, but for some reason you ain't growing like your peers are. And then you start thinking, damn, I'm better than these suckers. I'm better than this person, or I'm better than that person. And then it kind of makes you envious, because it's like, bro, the competition mentally that comes with this junk today is something that you will never understand it unless you've been doing this junk for years, bro. And I know how content creators think when it comes to this junk. Like, it's in a place today to where if you're not mentally like prepped for all the mental stuff that comes with this junk, you can lose yourself in doing content creation. You start acting like a person that you aren't even in real life, because you're just trying to get clout. You're just trying to get views. You literally lose yourself.
Do not quit whatever you're doing to do YouTube or streaming. Do not even take that risk. Make sure you have a backup plan if you want to do it. Do not throw everything away just to make content and money. Because I used to plug channels too, and there was times where it wasn't reciprocated. They wouldn't plug in my channel, but I'll be plugging theirs, and they will blow up. Then again, they crash and burn, and because they gave everything up just to be content creators, their jobs, and all that, man. I mean, it's crazy in the hood, but listen, that's how it is. Everybody's on the internet. Everybody got content. Everybody doing the same thing. Everybody's doing content that is trendy, that is trending right now. And you gotta compete. You really do. See, me, I'm just chill. Like, listen, I did everything under the sun that I wanted to do, and I got a catalog, and I'm happy for it. Even though I didn't become a super mega star when it comes down to the internet, when it comes down to YouTube content, or I don't have 1 million subs, all that. I thankful that I did what I had to do, and people would see it at any time, because you don't know who's watching. You know what I'm saying? That's another thing too. You don't know if a big, even content creators that have a bigger following, they probably used to watch your videos. Like, you know, they probably used to watch it. You just never know. But yeah, though, I would like to have a discussion about this in the comments down below with you guys. Hit that like button. Subscribe if you're new. I do a variety of videos here. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.